Hi, Richard. My name is Jessica Peterson, owner of Peterson SEO, your local marketing company, and also your local Butte County Better Business Bureau ambassador. So, my goal here is to be able to help our local accredited businesses, help to see if there's any needs that you might have or any concerns that you have. And so, I just have a few tips that I'd like to share with you today to get started. So we are here on your website. Now, it's important to note that the old traditional ways of marketing just really don't work anymore. You can't rely on word of mouth and referrals, and you're leaving a ton of money on the table if you do that. So it's really important to be online. That's where your customers are. So, when your customer does a search, there's three spots on Google. Typically, you have your ad section. Now, less than 10% of people really click on those ads. About 20 to 30% of people go straight here to the map pack. So you're doing good here, at least with this local keyword. But if you find that you're not in the top three, for one of your relevant keywords, then you're going to need to further optimize your Google business profile. You want to make sure that you're also being found in each of your service areas. Now, one of the main things to optimize this profile is having more citations than your competitions, and that's simply the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. And then, of course, you're going to want more five-star reviews, more images, pretty much more of whatever your competitors are doing, you're always going to need more of. Now, the third spot in Google is called the organic section. Now, this is where nearly 70% of people come here, and you are listed in the top for this search, so that's great. You want to make sure that you are in the top of Google for all of your local keywords and in each service area. So let's take a look at your website. So you have a fairly basic website. I like that you have a click to call phone number. That's great. You want to make it as super easy on your customers as possible. I would recommend having a form submission right here on top. You want to make it as easy as possible. You want as many ways that you can convert clicks into leads. You want to make sure that every one of your services have their own service page and that everything's not just listed on one page. That's going to be really, really important for you. That's going to allow you to go after those local keywords related to each of those unique services. And if you have a service, multiple service areas, so if you're servicing outside of Chico, outside of Butte County, if you're going to Tehama or any of the surrounding counties, you want to have separate service area pages. That's going to allow you to be found in the top of Google for your services. Now, to rank in Google, content is key, and you do need a lot of content. You've got an okay amount of content, and you are focusing locally, which is good. But you also want to use exact match keywords. Exact match keywords are important, and people search different ways. So you might find similar keywords um, just stated a little bit differently, and you want to capitalize on that. So your homepage should be a summary of majority of your services, and then you need those service pages to really focus on that service and those keywords. It is important that you have all original content and you're focusing on different keywords on each page because Google does penalize you for that. And you want 250 words for every keyword that you're targeting. If we look at your next top competitor, we have Northern Fence Company. They also have the click to call phone numbers. They don't have the form up top, but they do have the separate service pages, which is really important. That is going to allow you to have that additional content, go after those keywords, and be found for more keywords and really help convert traffic into leads. But they really don't have any content. So these guys should be super easy for you guys to beat. You need more content and then support it with SEO so that you can be found for those keywords. Now, if we take a look here, this is Ahrefs. It tells us how your website is performing. As you can see, your domain rating as a whole is a 2.3 out of 100, which is pretty low. And that's because of your backlinks and referring domains. Now, a referring domain is any website that will provide your website with a link from their site to your site. And the backlink is just that physical link. But you only get credit for one link per referring domain. Anything else is really looked at as spam. And you might think of it kind of like a power source, where the referring domain is the power source in your wall, and the backlink is the cord that is connecting it to your device, giving it that power. So you need to make sure that you're supplying it with enough power and that is directly related to your services. You want to make sure they do follow so they share that power and help you to rank. You've been indexed for 25 keywords, but you're only getting approximately 11 people to your website. And if we look at your keywords, you've lost a ton of keywords, but most of these keywords are completely irrelevant. These are all national keywords. None of those are actually going to help you convert customers. You have to stay focused on local keywords, because when you rank those national keywords, you're going to get false metrics, because you're going to have people landing on your website from all over the country that you can't service. You really do have to focus locally and not just branded. Branding are still national keywords. So it's possible this traffic is local, but it's also possible that none of this traffic was local. So it's going to be important to really dial in on your keyword strategy. Now, if we look at your competitor, they have a rating of a 0 with 59 backlinks. Only 5 are do follow. So as I said, these guys should be super easy to beat. You are beating them as far as the one search term. But if we look at their keywords, they're going after a lot of these regional keywords, and they are ranking higher for the California fencing type keywords. So thank you so much for taking the time to view this video. I hope that you found it informational and helpful, and I would love to answer any questions that you might have. If you have any questions, please reach out. You can respond to my email, text, or call. I look forward to talking to you, and thanks again.